Hello, family. It's me, Vacation 1985, coming from another video. It's probably been over a year or more since I have created a video, but I wanted to come on and share with you guys. Um, Life has happened. Life has happened um, in many ways. The last time I probably made a video and came on, I think I was married, my youngest was born, and a little shortly after that, I started doing some weight loss videos, and then I just fell off with making videos. So now I am divorced. I completed my bachelor's, my associates first, my bachelor's, my master's, and I'm currently working on my doctorate. Um, I've purchased my own home, and life has been happening. Life definitely moves on. Um, but what I came on to talk to you about is on the first of the year, me and my cousin, we were supposed to go out, hang out, or whatever. I was supposed to reconnect with an old friend. Things happened, and instead of going to the place that I was going with my cousin, I ended up going to brunch with her. So we go to brunch and we're talking on all these different topics and stuff. And we came across the topic of like high school or middle school and stuff, and how you meet these people, you create bonds with these people, and you're friends with these people. And you know how like the parents and stuff, they'll tell you them ain't your real friends, or they ain't gonna be there forever. You're for those, you're gonna have, you're gonna meet new people, and the realization that the world is so much bigger than just the what you experience in high school and stuff like that. Um, and we were just talking about how people you thought you would be still cool with and stuff, you lose contact with people. People have moved, and they've started their own lives. People going off to college, being married, creating new bonds. Even at our young age, a lot of people that we were connected with and grew up with have already passed away, um, by freak accidents, car accidents, illnesses, being murdered, and so forth. So the reality is that people that come into your space or that you connect with, they're not always going to be there. And being able to accept that, even with me being married and my husband choosing to walk away from my marriage, um, at that point, it was hurtful. I was upset. I was in pain. Um, but even in the midst of that, I had to realize that just because people around you change, just because the bonds that you create with people no longer still exist, even when people choose to walk away, that does not mean that they are tied to your destiny. And that was the revelation that I got when I was talking to my cousin. Because you think you have these people, you have these plans, and you have your first little boyfriend and all this other kind of stuff, these little puppy love. You meet people, and you have to realize that some people are there for a season, they serve their purpose, and then you have to move on. And that it's okay. It's okay that just because you had these experiences with these people and you choose to move on or they choose to walk away, that does not mean that they're tied to your destiny, and that greatness still can't come to you just because these people aren't in your life. Um, I remember when I first, well, I won't say at first, when I went through my divorce, it was a minute. Like I went through a process of where I wanted to make sure I had accepted my new reality and what was going on in my life before I told my family. And we have this family chat, and I remember going into the family chat. and letting them know, like, hey, I'm getting a divorce. And I remember my auntie saying, oh no, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna come over there, and I'm coming over there, and we're gonna talk about this. Somebody got to stay married. And I was sort of tickled, and I'm just sitting there looking like, woman, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing you can do about this. That this is my reality. And it was good that I had already accepted my reality, because that could have been mentally draining, somebody coming in trying to fix something that couldn't be fixed. But I remember her coming in and like, oh, we're gonna fix this, we're gonna work that out. And that could have been a setback for me. That could have made me upset. That could have, put me in a space. But I had already accepted the fact that it was time for me to move forward. And I had already wrote this vision for myself. I was on my daily affirmations. I had this big board that I had set up in my room. And the board said, what is your why? And that was the part of my journey where I started focusing on my why. Because a lot of times, even as a mother, a parent, you get so caught up in taking care of other people, as a spouse, getting caught up in pushing others towards their own dreams, encouraging others, supporting others, that you forget about yourself, and your own dreams get put on the back burner. And I could have took that situation, of me going through my divorce and just being upset. I could have went through a depression. I could have got stuck in a funk. But I decided to push, and I decided to keep pushing and moving forward. And life couldn't have been so much greater. I have been working and focusing on my healing, discovering my purpose, surrounding myself by people who are positive, that have goals, that are pushing me to be better, that are holding me accountable. And life has been great. Am I saying every day is peachy, everything is smooth, every day is perfect? No, everything isn't perfect, but I haven't felt more alive in my life until now. And I'm just sitting there thinking about, you know, oh, I could have been this person that was stuck, like, oh, my marriage is ending, or oh, this person doesn't want to be my friend anymore, or, you know, oh, I don't, this person stopped talking to me, or I mean, even as catty, as some people our age getting mad because somebody deleted them off Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, some childish stuff. But everybody, you got to remember that your destiny is not tied to a person walking away from you or choosing not to be in your life. That some people are just seasonal, that there's a lesson that you have to learn. You take that lesson and you move forward. You just move forward. Simple as that. And so that's what I got out of that conversation that I had with my cousin on that day. And I'm glad that I stopped and we had that talk, because I have a lot of people that will come to me and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I would have been so hurt. I don't see how you kept pushing. I would have just stopped. I would have just stopped, and stuff like that. And so I needed that conversation to get that word that God had for me, that I could share with others. That just because people walk out of your life or choose to walk away from you does not mean that life is over, that they're tied to your destiny, that you still can't have greatness, and that you still can't be great. Because it was at that moment when people, because I won't say it wasn't just my husband, it was other people that were in my life that were not for me. Everybody can't go with you into the next season. Everybody can't walk with you into your next destination. Everybody can't go with you where God wants you to go. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go where God wants you to go. Everybody didn't make it to the promised land. Some people get stuck. Everybody doesn't carry your vision. Everybody doesn't see. Some people just want to be on the sidelines. Some people want to see what's going to happen. Some people are waiting for you to fail. Everybody's not cheering you on. So just remember that even though people may walk out your life, maybe their lover, a friend, family, a mentor, co-worker, whoever they may be, that just because somebody walks away doesn't mean that they're tied to your destiny, and that doesn't mean that you still don't have greatness in you and that you cannot have greatness. It doesn't mean that all those things have to go away. I had a plan for myself in my marriage. We had a plan together, and just because another person walked away doesn't mean that I didn't continue with the plan or the desires of my heart or what I wanted for myself. So that's just a message for someone, in hoping that I can encourage you that just because you're down, maybe you're in a situation where you're feeling hurt, that because someone decided they didn't want to be a part of your life anymore, that it's okay. There's still greatness on the other side. You don't have to be in a funk because they're not tied to your destiny. And somewhere on the other side, there is greater. So that's my little message. I don't feel like I'm taking up too much of your time or saying the same things over and over again, but that's just a little peek into what's been going on the past couple of years since I've been missing. And I hope that you guys have an amazing afternoon and that I was able to encourage someone. All right. Peace.